Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today I'm going to go over my March makeup favorites. In this video I did include some favorites that I tried in February, but didn't get a chance to talk about because I just didn't try that many items overall in February, whether they were new to the industry or new to me, so there wasn't enough to make a video. But of the handful of items I tried, there were a few gems I definitely want to include and bring to your attention, so that's why I included them in this video. This video should be posted before Sephora's Spring VIB event begins on April 1st. So if there are any items here that you can also purchase at Sephora, I'm gonna have links below that take you to Sephora rather than other online retailers for that reason. I will also have a Sephora sale recommendations video that is being posted on April 1st. So if you're interested or you want to participate in the sale, definitely look out for that. And then lastly, before I get into all the items, there are 9 total in this video. This makeup eye look is done upon request by Laura. So I hope you're watching, Laura. There is a quick tutorial at the end of this video where I use a neutral eyeshadow palette and then use Natasha Denona's pastel palette as a pop of color. If you look at the eyeshadow look, you might be able to guess how I use the pop of color. I'll talk a little bit more about it at the very end, but let's get into the items right now. I just said that there were 9 items a minute ago, but there's actually 8. I can't count. But item number 8 is going to be the Mom Beauty times Beautylish collaboration. This is a palette that can fit 4 eyeshadow products and then 2 cheek products. So I have a blush here, the highlighter, and these 4 eyeshadows. This collaboration, you'll get this because there's like 2 sets. One that is light and one is rich. So the rich one is more suitable for tan or medium to tan to deep skin tones, whereas the light is fair to medium. And I picked up light. I enjoyed everything that I tried here. Their formulas are very creamy. And along with the set, there's also a mascara and a lip product, so a lipstick. I talked about all of those in great detail in my review video, which I gotta remember to put a link below if you're interested in checking that out. I especially enjoyed from the entire set these eyeshadow products. They're just gorgeous, so beautiful. These 2 shades. And they're incredibly smooth, which in the future, if there's another collaboration or another opportunity to pick up more eyeshadows from Mom Beauty, I am definitely interested. So for those reasons, they are number 8. At number 7 is going to be Natasha Denona's pastel palette. I just love this color story. And after playing around with one of the shades as a pop of color for this look, I'm just convinced that even if I'm not using this palette to create entire looks, having this on my vanity and pairing it with a neutral palette or something that is colorful but a little bit more subdued, I can elevate my look using the different shades in here. I will say though, because it is pastel, it's bright, and the pastel shades are not exactly your traditional Natasha Denona, like that intense pigment. It's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. So if you're interested, you want to be ready for those lighter pastel pigments that are buildable, but kind of powdery, less creamy than some of her other matte formulas in different shades. So that's something to be aware of, but she just has some absolutely gorgeous duochromes in here, and it's super fun. You can play around, you can do so much, and it inspires me when I look at it. So for that reason, or those reasons, this is number 7 on my list for March. At number 6 is the Kosas Cloud Set, and this is in the shade Breezy. I've talked about this a few times recently. I tried this for the first time in a February try on new makeup video. How I like to use this, because it is a kind of compact or pressed powder, I like to use a puff and go in under my eyes to set my concealer. And I've had this makeup on for 12 hours. It's 7 p.m. right now, and I woke up at 7 a.m. today. So it's been not quite 12 hours, but we're getting there. And I didn't touch up anything on my face other than the areas where foundation got rubbed off because I did have a mask on for parts of the day. So I did touch that up. I did put on some fresh lipstick for this video, but the eye look, the mascara, and especially under the eyes, I did not do anything. So let me come a little bit closer to show you the situation under my eyes. You can definitely see lines here. So the product has set, some of the product had moved. And here I had just packed on or just applied some of the powder. It looks smoother than the left side. Let me do that to the left side so you guys can see the difference. Second application. I did not go in with a Q-tip or my finger to smooth anything out. I just went in with the puff, and that already improved how everything looks. So I really, really like this powder. You can certainly use this all over your face to set your makeup or even as like on top of spot concealer. I just don't like, for all over the face, I don't like how it feels as I run my brush over it. I like loose powder for that, but for that, you know, packing on motion, this is perfect. This is also a deluxe sample size. I will be picking up a full size during the Sephora event coming up. Next are the Chanel Allure L'Extra lipsticks. I have shade 814 on right now, which is a corally shade, but I also like, or I also picked up 812 Beige Brute, which is the most neutral shade available. And I did pick up 2 other brighter shades that are red and pink respectively. This is coral and beigey pink. These are comfortable, nice satin lipsticks. The brighter or deeper the shade you get, the more intense in pigment. So these lighter shades, they're actually the 2 lightest shades as part of the release so far. They are a bit sheer. My natural lip color does come through, but the other 2 brighter shades, certainly they are much more pigmented and opaque. These are lightly scented, but they are very comfortable. I think it's a great addition to the Chanel Rouge line. At number 4, we're nearing the end. Number 4 is going to be Wayne Goss's luxury eye palette, Imperial Topaz. This is the first luxury eye palette from Wayne Goss, the first color story he released. And I could not believe how long I've slept on this one. I received this through my Beautylish Lucky Bag, tried it for the first time in February, wore it a couple of times after that initial try on, and just find these extremely easy to work with. They blend beautifully, diffuse easily, and they're just gorgeous. You might look at this and say, huh, it's pretty basic. Like, do I really need this? It's not boring. I mean, sure, it's got very classic neutral shades, but that inclusion of this shimmer glittery shade gives you the pop you desire if you want something a bit more. And this classic black matte shade is included here to, or allow you to deepen any of these shades if you are so inclined to. So there's just a very, a lot of thought was put into this, and certainly Wayne Goss, being a professional makeup artist, he just wanted first palette to be kind of like an essential, you know, something you could have. There's also going to be like a good friend, like a buddy for you, no matter what your needs are, whether you're looking for a daytime nice neutral look, something very classy, to something smoky that you want to amp up for the evening, or something just very sparkly and eye-catching. And number 3 is going to be Tom Ford's Cream Quads. I picked up 2. This is Smoky Quartz, and then the other one is Rose Topaz. Rose Topaz has 2 glittery shades. This one here is a lid topper, whereas the other is more like a metallic shimmer. I actually prefer smoky quartz a lot more. They are matte shades. They are so creamy that it's satiny to the touch. It is what I use, all 4 shades is what I use as the base shade for my eye look. And because I've had it on for so many hours, it doesn't look as fresh and it doesn't have the same kind of like alluring pop that it did in the beginning. But you'll see if you stick around for that mini tutorial at the end, you'll see right when I finish the look, it's just like, it's so beautiful. And I don't have anything in my collection quite paired like this, where it's all matte shades, they're deep, they're warm, and there's so much you can do with this. You can wear it as is, or you can wear this and then pop, you know, your favorite shimmer, favorite duochrome on it, and it just looks beautiful. And it doesn't matter if that duochrome is warm or if it's cool, it's gonna go with this color story. Besides the color story that I've gone on and on about, the quality of the shadows are fantastic. And I know some people were not that impressed with the release of these, but this is so far one of my favorite Tom Ford quads, along with Honeymoon. And Honeymoon is a totally different formula. It's the wet dry formula, but this is right on top of the list. So for those reasons, this is number 3. At second place is the Victoria Beckham Posh Gloss. I picked up 2 shades, Tanline and Poolside. So this is Poolside, which is more pigment of the 2. Tanline is going to be more beigey, and the gloss, the level of gloss is at its maximum. And the comfort level matches how glossy these are. It's amazing. While the description of this product directly from Victoria Beckham's website says that these are not sticky, I do want to call out that they are tacky. And I think it's for good reason, because it does not slide around. So it doesn't slide off of your lips or off the lines, and that's always a great thing, but they're not uncomfortable in any way, even though they're tacky. And you could always, or what I've been doing is, as it dissipates in about 2-3 hours, you know, depending on how often you're taking sips of water or drinks. If you've gone through a meal, you definitely need to reapply. But let's say 3 to 4 hours in, when much of it has been transferred or just dissipated naturally, I would just go in and apply some more without even having to dab it off, put more lip balm on. It's just so nourishing and moisturizing that I could just put another layer on. The one thing to be aware of is, if you do already have dry lips and you do have some, you know, flaking here happening, this is not going to help the situation. So assuming you don't have much flaking or skin coming off of your lips, not trying to be gross here, you could very comfortably reapply without any fuss. And the number 1 item is the Chanel Rave de Camellia. I don't have this on right now. I would like to demonstrate for you. And it does come with a kabuki brush. It's in scented, which is what I prefer. While this does have micro glitters, it is very subtle, even in daylight. I posted a photo on Instagram that was taken under daylight, and it's still quite subtle, but you can see it. You can see immediately the effect. So this is the side I just put it on, and this side without anything. And sure, there is some sheen, reflective quality, because my natural oils have come through in the last 12 hours, but it's different. This is diffuse light. It's soft. It gives you a glow. You can choose to use it as a highlight, so I can just do that and give it a little bit more bling here. Or I can just leave it the way it was, as like an all over face powder, But it's stunning. It's beautiful. It looks great under studio light. It looks great under daylight, which is how most people was going to see it on yourself, is, you know, either indoor lighting or daylight. And I definitely want to save this to demo for you guys. And I am putting this on my face after a full day of wearing this look. I did not do any oil touch-ups. I didn't add any more powder to absorb the oil. I'm just adding this on. And I think it still looks great. It's amazing. This will sell out, and it is limited edition. So if you're seeing this for the first time or you have been thinking about it, please do not hesitate. Please pick this up now. Do not wait. It will sell out. It will be unlikely that it'll ever come back anytime soon. And if it does, it probably won't be exactly in this shade or this embossing, if this is attractive for you or attractive to you. Well, thank you guys for watching. Those are my March favorites with some February favorites sprinkled in. And then before we get into the tutorial, I do want to talk a little bit more about the look. I placed Duet on the center of the lid. I did the same thing with the look I'm wearing today. So it's basically using the Smoky Quartz Tom Ford Quad and putting Duet at the center. I just think this is beautiful. And for how many hours that has passed since I first put this on, I feel like it's still, the colors are still there. Maybe not quite as vibrant and intense as it was originally, but I just wouldn't expect a look to stay perfectly intact for, I mean, more than 7 to 8 hours. And it's been beyond that. So I'm just overall impressed with Tom Ford, impressed with some of the shadows on here. And hopefully you enjoy this look, Laura, and it gives you some inspiration. I did, which I'm not wearing today, but in the tutorial video, I think you'll see me put Airy just on the lower lash line, because I was doing something fun, so I wanted to just add one more pop of color. Totally optional, and the reason why I did do that is I think I was just wearing this bomber jacket, the blue, so I wanted to do some coordinating here, but totally optional. So if you like how this looks, you definitely don't need Airy on the lower lash line. All right, guys, see you very soon in the next one. Bye.